like it looks like almost like the plasma cannon. It's probably like the first time I've actually seen the fire prism in the fight. And the fire prism's, I think, is focusing on the troops. I'm not sure if he's trying to hit the troops or the war track. He's aiming for the war track now, and seems to be doing about 100 damage per shot. The Ork player sees this, and he's starting the micromanagement. He's starting to use his micro to get out of the fight. Although he forgot to pick up the slugger boys here, or shooter boys, so that's a bit of a problem, like. So this fire prism will help get the Eldar back into the fight. He's actually neutralized 2 points now. So he's actually in the lead now. Well, in terms of current push of the points. Although in general he's 219 effective points behind the Ork player. So he's definitely at a disadvantage here. So, you know, rule of thumb from my experience in this game, you know, it would be almost impossible for the Eldar player to win this here. But like, obviously it must be. I don't know who wins, like, but I mean, obviously it must be a lot closer than I would think would happen in this normal situation. So he's got some war spiders out here, so it's going to give him some mobility and they do some really nice damage versus infantry as well. So the Eldar player is going to take this point again. So you know, looks like the Ork player is trying to maintain his map control again. Shooter boys actually did a pretty good job versus the war spiders there. Like, I'm surprised they did so well. Although the fire prism's just absolutely raped about 2 or 3 guys there, so he's going to have to run away. And the commandos in the middle of the fight just got surrounded and destroyed by the Howling Banshees. That must have been very nasty. I think he was probably trying to stealth there, but the Eldar player was wise so he wasn't, just cornered him and just raped him. So, very nasty move. Big mistake from the Ork player there. Very nice. So the Eldar player's got map control here. It's actually threatening very soon to own all 3 victory points. Not much to talk about here. It's like just Ork player licking his wounds back at his base, while the Eldar player is spending the time wisely, taking control as much of the map as possible. Although I can't help but feel the Eldar player should use his advantage that he's built to actually start doing damage to the effect. As I say that, he's moving in now, but unfortunately I think he's been a bit too late. So the Ork player is in a bit of trouble here. He's got some Nob squad out here, so this should be pretty interesting. The war track goes down, gets devastated and down in a second, but although the Nob squad should be able to do a lot of damage versus the fire prism. Although, however, the fire prism's made it out of the fight. Jesus, this fight's getting brutal. You can see how powerful the Nob squad is here, though. As you know, as any of you remember from my videos, I complain endlessly about the Nob squad, and absolutely just raped. They forced the fire prism away, and it looks like they've totally wiped out the Banshee squad. So that's very, very nasty for the Eldar player. He's lost a lot of troops there. Losing an entire squad in this game is quite devastating because it's so expensive to buy it back again. So you obviously want to make it alive at least, even if you only have 1 guy left. Can't help but think that Nob squad always looks like the super mutants from Fallout 3. It's kind of funny, like. But very nasty here. Really nice tactic. He sort of suicided, kamikaze the war track into the regiments of the Eldar player there, and just got a nice big tasty Nob squad in the face. So that was quite nasty. It looks like the commando. He's actually he's forgone the assassin's knife and went for the rocket thing. So it's basically anti-vehicle. So he's obviously quite worried about the fire prism here. So he is. And also has the effect of allowing him to of course, take out the power generator. Seems to be two follies. Although he's going to need to flee here. I think he takes too long fleeing his troops out of the way. I'm surprised though that the war spider jumped over that side. I thought he was going to try and cut off the commando to try and kill him, but obviously he thought he couldn't do that. Well, this looks like the Edric Storm here. Although good awareness. Nope. Oh Jesus Christ! Oh fuck! Oh my god, it wiped out the entire squad. Do you fucking believe that? Nasty, nice play. Nice play from the Eldar player. I think if the Ork player had been a wee bit quicker, he might have saved that entire squad, but unfortunately that's, the micromanagement in this game, is quite intensive sometimes, and you had to be, if he just wasn't paying attention. So we got the, I thought with the Nob squad out in the field, the Ork player should be able to win the fight, you know, coming back into it. But like, Eldar player had some nice moves there, and he's actually in control again, I'd say. The fire prison's been healed up to nearly full hit points again, so pretty bad from the Ork player there. Although we do have a loaded tank here, so this should be quite nice. This should be quite entertaining. I love the loaded tank. I think it's actually the coolest looking tank in the game. It just looks fucking nuts. Like, it's like all these like weird like teeth looking things on it. So this is really fucking nuts. It's just cool. Except for that time where I was fighting a guy and he completely kicked my ass. Then it wasn't cool. Then it just sucked balls. But right, okay. So the Ork player's moving out here. He's moving out as a bit of a blob. I'm not sure where his commando here is. I'm not sure if he's. Oh, here he is. There he has. He's stealthed it up. Very nice tactic. He's stealthed behind the tank. Oh, I'm liking some of this play here. Quite ingenious. He's stealthed behind the prism and used the rear damage, the rear hit bonus to take it out in 2 volleys. So the Ork player, the Eldar player has lost his fire prism obviously, and he's lost all his generators, so he's going to be hurting for power. Although I have noticed here that the Eldar player's got some generators on this side as well. Looks like the commando's fleeing, so that's the problem. I don't think that you should. When you're running away, I don't think you should have such a unlimited range damage, because like it's too inexpensive for him to do that type of harass. Like, anyway, I'll stop running. Okay. So we got the looted tank coming around here, and he's actually caught the Orcs out of position here. It looks like they're going to have to go through a gauntlet of death to actually try and get out of the fight. And they've got the looted tank added in support for the Orcs, so the Orcs are actually going to stay in the fight. They're not going to flee. And he's done a lot of damage. It looks like the Eldar player's taking a lot of casualties here. Orc's taking control of the fight again. That nice move of taking out the fire prism allows the looted tank to gain a lot of map control. A hellfire hellwire grenade going off on the looted tank, doing a fair bit of damage, but you know, not enough to take it out. He needs to have some sort of sustained attack. I'm pretty sure, I think it's the Slugger Boys can heal the tank, so he'll probably be looking to do that pretty soon. So the Eldar's on the run, and the Ork player is going to take map control here again. In fact, the current victory points here is pretty surprising. The Ork player is down by about nearly 30 points, so he needs to start taking control fairly soon. The Farseer just taking out a few tanks, or a few shooter boys. Looks like the Farseer's gone. I think I can't actually tell. I'm a bit of a noob on the Eldar. I think maybe he's gone for the Witch Spears. It's like an anti-fatal type attack. I'm not sure. So it looks like the Ork player's going to control the 3 points here. And yeah, so that's just my brother harassing me. So okay, so it looks like, oh, nice rock's gonna come here. It's gonna totally destroy the Guardian squad. Seems pretty it's an expensive use of the rocks on one Guardian squad. And actually, it looks like, oh, he could have actually saved that squad there if he hadn't moved that unit back into the range. So a bit of poor play there from the Eldar. Although I'm quite surprised the Ork player wasted a rocks on a regiment there, but he obviously, the points are so crucial at this stage that he obviously thinks it's worth it, you know, to keep that point neutral. So we've got a huge horde here, and we've actually got a Nob squad out again, so if the Eldar player doesn't have any Edric Storm, he's going to have a hard time taking out the Nob squad, because they were absolutely devastating earlier on. Nice ambush here from the Ork player. He seems to be lost a bit of control there. He didn't actually seem to notice that until it was too late. And the Edric Storm here going right on top of the troops here, and he doesn't seem to notice, and he's going to take a lot of damage. Oh, nasty! Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Fucking hell! Fucking hell! Like, I'm actually surprised the infantry survived that, because like in the earlier Edric Storm, the Nob squad got raped, but like it looks like this time they didn't. So I don't know why that was. Maybe it's because they haven't an upgrade or something. You know, like a leader bonus was giving them extra hit points or something. I don't know. But he lost the looted tank, so that was pretty bad anyway. Like, so nice move from the Eldar player there. That's what happens when you blow up your troops too much. You're susceptible to that type of attack. Looks like the shooter boys getting attacked by the Farseer, doing a good bit of damage to them. And Eldar player the points are very contested here. That's why this fight actually lasts so long. Looks like the commando took out the plasma up the top right here, so I'm pretty sure the Eldar player doesn't actually have a single plasma generator anymore. He doesn't have a single